big league manager. 14th year with St. Louis as he tries to go for an even 2,500 little I-70 series. Top four, tied at 4, bases loaded. Albert Pujols, 2-2, and Gil Mesh at curveball he thinks is strike 3, but Paul Nart has final authority. He says that's ball 3, and then Pujols fouls him. That would have been ball 4, and Pujols knows it. What are you going to do now? You've made that costly mistake. You might as well just hit the money ball. Oh, my goodness. So it all worked out just fine for Al, didn't it? 25th homer, Mesh, 3 1/3 innings pitched, career high 9 earned runs allowed. 9th straight season with at least 25 homers for Albert Pujols. Unbelievable. 3rd time he's homered with the bases loaded and 4 at-bats this season. Rick Ankiel singles to right. The Cards aren't done in the inning. Ryan Ludwig trots home, 9-4. Bases loaded. Jamie Wright, ball 4 to Tyler Green, 7th run in the inning, and they're still loaded up. Wild pitch. Rick Ankiel will come home to score. The Cards score 8 in the 4th. It's their biggest inning since 2007, and they have an 11-4 lead. Next inning, Pujols comes up in the order again. Jamie Wright, what are you going to do? Probably shouldn't have done that. That is a fat one, and Al pounds it. 26th homer this season. Had 6 ribbies in this one. 26 homers, 68 RBIs this season. His career high is 49 and 137. La Russa gets the win. How about it?
Aaron Harang. Paul Konerko in search of his 1,000th RBIs. And there it is. Got percentage scores. How about Mark Burley? Guy can deal when it comes to interleague play. Bottom of the 5th, 3-0 payrolls already. Mark Burley facing Willie Tavares. And Burley gets Tavares to ground out. Ends the 5th inning. Burley facing Ramon Hernandez with 1 on and 2 out in the 6th. That ends the 6th. Bottom of the 7th, Burley facing Ryan Hannigan, so you get the idea. Mark Burley has now thrown at least 7 innings in 7 of his last 9 starts. He had his first win since May 19th, and that win couldn't spoil.
Pitching matchup, though, Justin Verlander, Yvonne Gallardo. Verlander gets the Prince Fielder, a check swing. Matt Gamble, the rookie. Oh, yeah, that is a nasty breaking ball. That's major league stuff. J.J. Hardy is experienced in high school baseball, not helping him there. Verlander, 7 2/3, 2 earned, 8 Ks. Super wide, just as good. In the 2nd gets Marcus Timms. In the 3rd, Ramon Santiago looks. And in the 4th, Don Kelly swings away. Gallardo, 5 Ks through 5 innings. However, Super Y made one critical mistake. That was in the 6th with 2 on, and Brandon Inge got him, and that's going a long way. His 16th of the year is enough offense. Verlander makes that stand up. The Tigers win at 3-2, and they sweep the series against the Crew.
You got to see how the Mariners got back over 500. Tough one for the Diamondbacks to swallow. Bottom 9, tied at 2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Franklin Gutierrez against Chad Qualls. Routine ground to the 3rd. Mark Reynolds got it. The throw to Tony Clark, great, except Clark can't catch the ball. Are you kidding me? Watch this again. Ball's right there. Clark can't hang on. It was a wild weekend in baseball.
Barry Zito walked the first 2 batters of the game, then just locked down. Here in the 5th, it's Brandon Boggs, Jared Saltalamacchia, another one of your guys, I believe. Then Chris Davis looking at the off-speed. Oh, nice. Zito, no-hitter through 5, made it through 6, and now we go into the 7th. Man on, Andrew Jones hooks this one inside the left field foul pole. It's a 2-run homer, so the no-hitter gone, the shutout is gone, the lead is gone. That's a very expensive pitch Zito threw there. We're tied at 2. Home half of the 7th, same numbers, 2 on, 1 out. Randy Wynn singles to right field off Kevin Millwood. Aaron Rowan hustling home, sort of. Zito's going to get the win. Giants take it 3-2. Both teams now 37-31. Texas could drop out of first place for the first time since Cinco de Mayo. Angels the opportunity to gain the lead in the West. Kobe, good seats for Angels-Dodgers. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. A little tip of the cap from a man with 4 rings as well. That'd be Joe Torre. Bottom 5, Dodgers up 1-0. Clayton Kershaw facing Bobby Abreu. It's like former Philly night here on SportsCenter. Bases loaded, nobody out. Abreu right back to the mound. Dodgers 1-2-3 double play. That keeps the Angels scoreless. Kobe, he knows good defense when he sees it. Got it locked down. 2-0. John Lackey facing James Loney in the 8th. Loney deep, and that is gone. We think Mike Scioscia's going to argue this call. Yeah, what's happening here? Play would be reviewed. We have the technology. Umps took another look. We'll take another look. Ball hits the top of the cement wall. The ruling on the field stands. 4-0 Dodgers. Spin them around, touch them all. Bottom 8, Angels down 4-1. Jonathan Broxton facing Eric Ibar. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Big spot. Broxton gets them. Both teams scored a bit there in the ninth. Didn't change the outcome. Kobe, he actually left after 26 outs. Typical L.A.
Colorado Rockies 17-5 under their relatively new skipper. Bad time for the Buccos to be visiting Coors. Clint Barmes in the bottom of the second. Freddie Sanchez, I got it. Now, he doesn't even come close to having it. Dexter Fowler scores. Watch it again. Not wearing sunglasses. Might want to grab the shades. A little bit of final out of the inning. Doesn't even have it above his hat, although that might be worse if you have it on and don't flip it down. Next batter, Ryan Spilborghs. The line drive double, tied at 3. Bottom of the fourth, Rockies at 4-3. It's Barmes again off Paul Maholm. Maholm just one win in his last 11 starts. As for Barmes' 8th jack of the season, Rocks a 5-3 lead, still leading 5-3 in the 6th. Andy LaRoche, bloop job down the left field line. Spilborghs gonna grab it and fire to get LaRoche out. How about the Rockies? Sweet series. They're 3 over 500. Their best mark since the last day of the David Ortiz. And you just knew on Father's Day, Big Papi would hit a home run.
Grandfather.
I just didn't know it would go off Jair Jurgens, my guy, JJ. Yeah. Ortiz career ribbies, 998 and 999. Bottom of the 7th, Eric O'Flaherty, 0-2 count on J.D. Drew, and thinks he's got him. Where's strike 3? Bill Hahn calls it a ball. Next pitch, what do you think was going to happen? Drew drives an RBI single off the monster. Red Sox take a 5-4 lead. Immediately afterwards, O'Flaherty gives it to the umpire Hahn about the strike that wasn't called. He would be ejected. Here comes Bobby Cox, thrown out for the 145th time. He said, I don't know why umpires miss strikes. Chipper gets in, said he was baiting O'Flaherty. He stepped in to defend his pitcher. It's something where Hahn just needs to say, I missed the call, leave it alone, and walk away. When he goes looking for a fight, he wants to throw guys out, and that's all I told him. But in the end, Hahn threw 3 Braves out on the play.
For Tom DeCourty.
Top of the 9th, tied at 5. Braves with the bases loaded. Jonathan Papelbon 0-2 to Matt Diaz. And Papelbon thinks he has Diaz struck out. Almost the same spot as that O'Flaherty pitch. Next pitch, Papelbon gets Diaz. And in between innings, Papelbon gives it to the umpire Hahn. Bottom of the 9th, Nick Green leading off against Jeff Bennett. Shoots one the other way. And that's a home run in any ballpark.
Not well, Little League, maybe.
Walk-off for the Red Sox. Before we finish up, we flash back. Green's first career walk-off homer. He was a member of the Braves, did it against the Red Sox. You can't make this stuff up. July 2nd, 04, 3-run shot in the 12th. Pedro couldn't believe it either. Back to Sunday. It's all love from Papelbon, at least for his teammates, if not the umpire. Boston wins. Oh, by the way, Dice K headed to the 15-day Sabathia. Wouldn't last long, and it had nothing to do with Florida's bats either. He seems uncomfortable throwing his warm-up pitches prior to the 2nd inning. So out comes Joe Girardi and company to talk about it. Sabathia, I'm fine. Bottom of the 2nd, there's 1 down, so he's pitched an inning in the 3rd. Brett Carroll is going to double down the left field line off Sabathia. And after the double, Girardi's back out to talk it over. And CC would do his best to plead his case to stay in the game. But in the end, Girardi has the last word. Got a pretty hefty investment in him. Sabathia pulled, tightness in his left biceps, 1 in the 3rd, 3 hits, 1 earned. Top of the 3rd, tied at 1, Alex Rodriguez. 0 for 16 streak is over. By the way, the Yanks announced A-Rod will at least get 1 day off per week until the All-Star break. That's a 2-run single, 3-1 Yankees. Tied at 3, 2 out in the 6th. Cody Ross. If it's fair, it's gone, and I don't see a foul pole. 4-3 in favor of the Fish. Let's go to the top of the 9th now. 2 out. Runners in the corners now. Brett Gardner is going to find one and find some gap space, and he can fly. That scores 2. It's 6-5 Marlins, and Gardner's on 3rd. Johnny Damon walked. Tough series for Derek Jeter, who's normally clutch. Not here, not in this series. Marlins win. Yanks have lost 4 of 5. As for CC and his guns, that's where all the focus was. Problems in the U.S. Open all weekend. It was a New York thing. Rain. That wouldn't stop the big league's highest scoring team from doing their thing. But first, Jeff Neiman, the wild pitch. David Wright scores. The umpire, Jerry Crawford, appears to be shaken up. He'd leave the game lower back problems. Top of the 5th we go. 2 on. Game tied at 2. Call Crawford. Now here's that Tampa offense we're talking about. Line drive to left. On drive to left, that's going to score a pair, and the Rays take a 4-2 lead. Bottom of the sixth we go, 2 on, 1 out. Here's Brian Schneider. Going to put a charge into one. Yeah, get out of town. 3-run shot, second of the year. So the Mets on top now, 5-4. Let's go to the seventh. It's Upton. What a ball game for him. A 2-run ding-dong, his 5th of the year. Upton finished with 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Rays a 6-5 lead. You know who else got 4 hits in the game? Yeah, Evan Longoria. RBI double down the left field line, scores Paul Crawford. The top 3 spots and the Rays batting order went 11 for 16 with 7 RBIs. The Mets bullpen falls to 1-7 this month.
Orioles-Phillies and the world champs are in a bad way. Lost 5 in a row, and Ryan Howard had another brief hospital stay because of the flu. His consecutive game streak shut down at 343, but his replacement, Greg Dobbs, doing it like the big man would do. Phillies take an early 1-zip lead. Dobbs 4th. We go to the 8th. We're tied at 1. Brian Roberts. 9th inning heroic Saturday, and here lines one to center. Robert Andino scores off Cole Hamels. Orioles take the lead 2-1. Hamels went 8, struck out 10. In the 8th, Jim Johnson on the mound pitching to Jimmy Rollins. Hello, James. Tagged out by Ty Wigington, or was he? Close call made by umpire Larry Vanover. And we're going to say that is a missed call. Jay Roll safely out of harm's way. Charles Sweet Emanuel comes out not happy. He gets run as he leads. Well, typically, there you go.
Fees, because this game started a 10-game road trip for them. Ryan Dempster, you see, he doesn't really like Turner Field that much. Bottom third, Braves with a man on second. Nate McLouth with a base hit. Diorio Hernandez scores. Braves up 1-0. This game a makeup game from an April rainout. We go to the 5th. Rough inning for Brian McCann. Dempster's bunt attempt popped up in foul territory. McCann dives, but just misses the catch, but does not miss the wall. He was okay. Then McCann at the plate with 2 on, 2 out. Takes a big cut, loses his balance, and almost falls down. And you know, that's the kind you hear about in the dugout. Way ahead of that changeup. Later in the at-bat, McCann, well hit, but right over to Derek Lee. Made good contact there. Dempster 6 2/3, 8 hits, 2 runs, and 4 walks. McCann couldn't do anything against him. The top 9 comes down 2-0. Jake Fox with 2 on and 2 out. He's got an opportunity, but Rafael Soriano gets him. He gets a 6th save. Braves win at 2-0. Javier Vasquez 6 2/3 combined with
series where he went 6 for 12 with 3 homers and 10 RBI. Are you in a groove, Albert?
No matter if I'm struggling or not, they know that if they make a mistake, I'm gonna make them pay, and that's my job. And you know, I respect every pitchers in this level. I respect everybody who played this game, but that's the attitude that I have.
All right, Cardinals are down 2-1, and it's Pujols against Tim Redding, who he absolutely owns. 11 for 27, a home run, batting .407. That goes foul, though, and then Redding makes a good pitch and gets Pujols to fly out. Redding hasn't won a game since the Fillmore administration. Bottom 4, Mets still up, 1 out, runner on first. Luis Castillo doubles to deep left off Todd Wellemeyer. The relay from Brendan Ryan, short hops Yadier Molina, and Omar Santos scores. He had a huge game. Throwing error on Ryan. Mets up 3-1 now. Pujols facing Brian Stokes in a 5-4 game top 8. That's 1-6-3. Pujols was batting .365 at Shea, but he went 1 for 4 in his debut at the Mets' new pad. And Redding wins for the first time in 11 starts, dating back to
the Bay. Jonathan Sanchez trying to help out on Monday, facing Orlando Cabrera. And Cabrera with the RBI double. Jack Huss scores. Cabrera 2 for 4 with the RBI. Game tied at 1. Ryan Sweeney grounds out the third to score Matt Holliday. And the A's with a 2-1 lead. Bottom 6, Sanchez still doing his thing, facing Bobby Crosby. That'll get through. That'll score Cabrera and Rajay Davis. A's going to win at 5-1. Trevor Cahill wins his 3rd straight. Cheer you up as you try to get over the terrible news that John and Kate are getting a divorce. It's SportsCenter's top 10 plays.
We're going to start in London, where a sumo run, and the only positive from this is they're raising money for International Education Foundation. Otherwise, well, it's silly, and you know, Ake Bono.
Yeah, what he said. Number 9, College World Series, LSU in Texas. Jared Mitchell thinks he's got something, but Connor Rowe takes it away. But LSU won in 11.
Finland, Spain, UEFA Under-21 Championship. Mark it 8, dude. Mark Torrejon. Right? Great concentration. Spain wins 2-0. Let it breathe.
Number 7, final round of the U.S. Open, Phil Mickelson. Boy, he got lucky with where this ball landed, and then he made the most of his good fortune. He rolls back toward the flag. He would finish second overall.
Georgia, top female college athlete is Courtney Capets. The gymnast, she wins the Honda Broderick Cup given to the top female collegian. Good on you, girl.
Number 5, Cubs and Braves. Jeff Francoeur pops it up. Michael Hoffpower with the diving catch. Braves win it 2-0.
Let's go Mets Cardinals. Yadier Molina. We could say name that Molina, but I already gave it away. Up the middle, Luis Castillo from his knees. Mets won 6-4.
Number 3, Wimbledon Day 1, Roger Federer. Yen Soon Liu is his opponent, and Federer will win the point on a great backhand return. He actually ran off the court there. Ooh. And at number 1, Brecksville Broadview Heights 8th grader Aaron Shutway with that shot. You buying it, Neil?
If it's fake photography, Aaron, we will find you.
And you're going to be on timeout, mister. It's going to be a long summer for you.